This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hello and welcome to The Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
And I am Tim.
Tim, before, I even ask you how you're doing this week.
I'm doing good.
No, I don't care. I didn't ask you.
I'm doing well.
We've got a really big show coming up in Austin, Texas.
I believe it's March 11th, Tom.
March 11th at the North Door at 11 a.m., not 11 a.m., at 1 p.m.
Yeah, it's
the
for
afternoon.
all intents and purposes, 11 a.m.
But look, on our time, where are they, 2 hours behind us?
Who knows?
I mean, somebody knows. I think
Probably
I
not.
know, and I think it's 2 hours behind. So then that's almost 5 o'clock. Almost 5 o'clock somewhere.
Okay.
I mean, it will be 5 o'clock somewhere in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah. But come to Austin and see. That's where we'll be.
Yeah. Tickets are $10. And we're one of several HeadGum shows.
Yeah, they have shows that day.
Yeah.
Will we have a special guest? Potentially.
Potentially. We're trying to, nail that down.
Potentially, we'll have a really special guest. But if you go, maybe nobody else will be there.
I mean, potentially we won't have a really special guest, and this will just seem like a bunch of fluff for nothing.
Yeah, but if we don't have that, if that special guest falls through, we'll probably just be talking badly about that special guest the whole time.
Well, I mean, that's certainly not a way to get them on. Anyway, you can find tickets to this at tcgt.com/tour. Once again, March 11th, 1 p.m. in Austin, Texas. $10. You don't need to have a South by Southwest badge.
No, but it helps.
No, it doesn't help. I don't think it does. It does nothing. You're still going to have to pay $10.
They could go to other stuff afterwards, is what I'm saying.
Anyway, how are you doing this week, Tim?
Tom?
Yeah.
I'm in a very introspective mood.
What does that mean?
I've been thinking a lot about how I live my life and how I think I might change things.
Yeah. Finally having a wake-up call?
What does that mean, finally?
Well, it's just, it's good to hear that you're finally thinking about how you live your life rather
What's
than
wrong
just
with
everybody
my life?
else.
What would you say are my top 3 flaws?
Top 3 flaws.
Yeah.
Well, number 1, you're not always nice to me.
That's true. But, that's a fact. I'm not saying that that's a flaw.
Right. Number 2, boy, so many. You have a new car. I haven't seen it.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. And number 3, you spoke disparagingly of Popeye's restaurant to me today.
Yeah, I don't like Popeye's restaurant.
I don't think you've really even had it.
I have. I had their chicken.
That's what they're famous for, Popeye's chicken.
Yeah, exactly, and I was underwhelmed. This is not a flaw in my character that I don't like the taste of Popeye's chicken.
Well, olive oil would
And also,
think otherwise.
Why have they not expanded to have a Wimpy's restaurant that serves burgers?
Popeyes has nothing to do with the Popeye character, and there is a Wimpy's restaurant. There is a Wimpy's burger.
Wait, hold on. 2 things you said just blew my mind.
Okay.
All right, number 1, Popeye's the restaurant.
Yeah.
Restaurant is a...
Popeye's the restaurant has nothing to do with Popeye the Sailor Man.
What?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Because Popeye is a name.
Popeye is a name?
Yeah, it's like a normal... I mean, it's not a normal name, but like Popeye the Sailor wasn't the first person named Popeye.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Because, you hear things about, Kermit was a real name. Yeah, whatever. Adolf was a real name. No.
Well, I mean, and Adolf was a real name, even in
because
the
I was a real guy,
situation
too.
you're
Yeah.
thinking of.
Yeah. But, Popeye, I just thought that was a fun cartoon name.
I mean, why can't it be both?
Because there is no other man in history named Popeye.
Popeye Doyle.
Who's that?
He was a guy.
Fair point.
A boxer, I want to say.
Was he named after Popeye the Sailor, though? Probably.
No. Who? Popeye Doyle? Oh, he's a fictional character portrayed by Gene Hackman in The French Connection. I don't think he had anything to do with Popeye the Sailor Man, though.
No, but
Sure, Popeye the Sailor Man had been around for 50 years by then.
Yeah.
Even by 1970, but... But Popeye's restaurant has nothing to do with Popeye.
All right.
You
Why
think,
not?
Hold on. You think Popeye's the restaurant had something to do with Popeye the Sailor Man, and they were just playing it cool about that?
Yeah, I did, and I
Come
thought
on.
they were.
Oh, then you
that
should have
was-
had an even better opinion of
Well,
them.
that was no. That's what you're too good for to draw the comparison.
No, nobody would claim they were too good.
And also, isn't Popeye like it's got to be in the public domain by now, right?
Well, the character isn't. It's actually a very interesting
No, it
copyright
doesn't sound
case.
like it.
Certain Popeye cartoons are in the public domain, but the character is not.
That is very interesting, Tom. Thank you for grinding this to a halt by bringing that up.
Well, you know what? You're going to bring up copyright stuff, Tim. I'm a copyright lawyer.
That's
I
true.
need to, and you're my client.
And number 2, you're saying Wimpy's.
Yeah, there's a
Is
Wimpy's.
a burger chain.
Yeah. There aren't that many, but there are some Wimpy's. I'm looking up.
Yeah, you're looking it up.
Wimpy'sBB.com. And it's Wimpy's Burger Basket.
Well, why with it Wimpy's BB? You don't need just call it Wimpy's Burgers.
You know, and I'll tell you another thing, Tim. This Wimpy's website, no mention of the character Wimpy, and no picture of him or anything.
Yeah, what
This
is
might be
going
the
on
same
here?
Shit, what the hell? Why are these people opening up fast food restaurants named after famous
Historical figures.
historical figures who are famous for eating things?
Well, is Popeye famous
Spinach.
for eating? Oh, yeah.
You dummy.
Yeah, but what are you going to have? A freaking...
Sauteed spinach.
yeah, I mean...
What is Popeye famous for? You should be deported.
He's
should be-
famous for
get
whaling
outta
on
here.
Pluto and saving olive oil.
Yeah. And what
From a
what enables him to do that? Canned spinach.
yeah, that's true.
You know that spinach farmers were real mad because they were like, oh, the canned spinach. We want them to buy fresh spinach.
Well,
All
canned
spinach farmers
spinach
talk
comes-
like Popeye the Sailor Man, which was like a little homage to them.
well, canned
There's-
spinach
they're very
also
partic-
comes from spinach farmers.
Yeah.
There's not like canned spinach farmers that are different from the fresh spinach farmers.
Yes, but you think the canned spinach farmers really care as much about the spinach they're making?
Yeah, Tom.
No.
Canned.
No, because they're like, that thing's going in a can. Who knows? Somebody might open that can 20 years from now. I'll be long dead.
Listen, you dunce.
Mm-hmm.
Canned vegetables are better than fresh vegetables in many places, especially in food deserts, Tom.
What other places?
What do you mean?
What do you mean they're better than fruit?
Because they are canned
I know what canned vegetables are.
at their peak ripeness.
Vegetableness.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so if you get fresh vegetables, it's probably, especially where you're going, these lowbrow...
Tim, I ate
Freaking flea
exclusively at
markets.
Popeyes and Wimpy's. Anyway, how are you doing this week?
Tom, I'm thinking a lot about the way I live my life.
Oh, right. Yeah.
And, okay, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
And they're both the same question.
Okay. Well,
number
you know
one.
what? I could save you some time.
Would you mercilessly make fun of me if I became one of those people that wore the same outfit every day?
What would the outfit be? So you're talking about like Steve Jobs was famous for this. Nowadays, Mark Zuckerberg's famous for this.
Right.
And it's one less choice you have to make.
Exactly. So if I'm just wearing jeans, a button-down,
So no more chinos.
no more chinos.
Okay.
I know I'm famous for my chinos right now, Tom.
Yeah.
Guess what?
Timo's chinos.
Timo's chinos, the brand will live on.
Oh, okay.
They'll still be
You'll
available in
have
Targets nationwide.
You'll have your sons and your daughter take over the business.
Yeah, and I don't. Look, I won't ask them about it.
Yeah.
I see them every day, but we'll talk about other stuff.
Yeah. Let's talk about how their lives are.
Yeah. Do you think this guy has ever talked to anything but business?
No.
Anyway, like a light blue button-down shirt.
Okay, it's like an Oxford shirt.
Yeah, and probably a hoodie
Okay.
or like a
So
dark
so
sweater.
you're just gonna dress like Mark Zuckerberg.
No, or me, Tim.
Yeah,
Like, that's pretty much what I wear most of the time.
Yeah. Would I make fun of? Well, I'll tell you this much. I wouldn't, if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't make fun of you because I probably wouldn't notice.
That's true. Because I'm usually wearing that most of the time anyway,
Yeah.
and you don't make fun of me for the way I dress.
And not to your
Not
face.
to my face. Yeah, I understand.
And if I saw you wearing the same thing 2 days in a row, we rarely see each other 2 days in a row.
That's true.
But if I saw you 2 days in a row wearing that, I'd just think like, oh, Stinky Tim. Stinky Tim's back.
Yeah. Back is an offensive thing because I've never been a guy named Stinky Tim.
But I've never been away. Here's, God, I got a lot of thoughts.
All right.
I would not necessarily make fun of you.
I welcome your questions.
I think it would be, you'd have to be really clean.
Well,
Let me
No. Here's the thing.
elaborate.
It
Okay.
wouldn't be the same.
I know, but
Well, to be honest, Tom, it would be the same jeans
well,
every day.
I know, and that's the problem.
What do you mean?
You
How
can-
many pairs of jeans do you have in rotation?
It depends on how fat I am at the moment.
Yeah, you never asked me your top 3 flaws.
Oh, I don't need that in my
Fat,
life.
ugly, and stupid. That's what I would say.
If you were asked.
Yeah, if I were asked, but I wasn't. So continue with your defamatory line of questioning.
If you're going to wear the same thing every day, you've got to be the cleanest boy who's ever been.
I am a pretty clean boy, Tom.
But because people are going to be scrutinizing, because if you're wearing the same thing every day, the same type of clothes every day, well, it's very easy to be like, oh, come on, all right, nobody's going to notice if I just start. And then all of a sudden, it's a slippery slope, and you're wearing your clothes for like a week at a time.
What if stitched into every piece of clothing,
Was the day of the week?
either that or a number? I'll do you one better. Stitched a number 1 to 10.
Okay.
So it's more than one. So like I cycle through these things, and this would help me actually keep track of everything,
Right.
right? So I know because like I got a lot of clothes on the floor at home, you know, like, and it's like yeah, it's good. But if I know, all right, today's a 1 day, head to toe, and I only had to buy this stuff once, right? 10 pairs of pants, 10 shirts, 10 hoodies,
Yeah.
10 pairs of underpants, even
Wow.
20 socks.
No, I see.
See how that works, Tom? And then every day people can. It's stitched in, Tom. It's stitched in, and it's
Stitch
in
into the outside, or like so
Yeah,
you've
in
got
an-
like a number on your arm,
like
on
an
your sleeve,
inconspicuous place,
such as.
like the very front of the collar where it comes
Okay.
down. Right?
All right.
Like, and it's tiny, but like people can see.
Like a monogram.
Yeah, like a
Okay.
monogram.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Put it on the sleeve then.
Well, that just seems weird.
Well, you know, monogram
You know what?
collars.
No. People with things on the sleeves these days, I
No,
feel like
not
they're
the
all like,
sleeve like your bicep, like the what do you call this part?
oh, like where you wipe your nose
Yeah.
by the wrist.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put it there.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. I don't want people to feel uncomfortable looking for it. Like if they're addressing me and it's
Right.
right on my collar,
Yeah, you want
and
to be
it's
like,
small
hey,
enough.
eyes up here.
Yeah, they can just take a quick glance and be like, okay, it's
Okay,
7,
he's
and yesterday was
fresh.
6. Yeah, exactly.
Well, but then you're relying on everybody else has to start keeping track. What, I have to have a
if
ledger?
if they care, if they're going to be like, 'cause very few people besides my coworkers see me every day.
Right.
And my girlfriend, she knows I'm disgusting either way, right? Like, but my coworkers,
She knows I'm disgusting either
I
way.
mean, she knows like,
What does that imply?
like she knows my level of cleanliness.
Right.
Like, if I'm gonna be a gross person, she's gonna know because she'll be like, this guy doesn't shower or clean his clothes ever, right? Like,
all his underwear got skid marks.
exactly. But like, she knows I'm not. But my coworkers will see me every. So if they
Yeah.
do care, they'll see the number. If they don't care, great. Go about your day.
What about this as an alternate? I'll put it out there before I start doubting myself. Yeah, same shirt, but a different color. Tom, I wish you hadn't said that.
It just seems...
Because then there's still a choice?
You know what? Like,